Equality of the sexes is not merely an idea, but a birth-given right. In a country that has achieved marriage equality, shouldn't gender equality be next?
Rowan Blanchard may be the same age as me, 16, but unlike most teenagers who sit on the couch all day, she's out making a change in the world of gender equality, something she's been doing since she was only 13 years old. Not only has she starred in a show with empowering female main characters, but she's out giving speeches and working with organizations geared toward the idea of gender equality. Aside from being an activist, Rowan is also an actress and an author, making her a triple threat just at 16 years old. She's been acting since she was about 5 years old, so she's been exposed to sexism in the media her whole life. She first started being involved in the feminist movement by being inspired by women like Reese Witherspoon and Audre Lorde. This is an example of women inspiring women, something Rowan believes in. She engages in feminism in everyday life. For example, if one of her friends says something sexist or racist, she doesn't let it go by and make sure that they know what they did was wrong. Rowan did a bit of work with the organization He for She and even spoke at the United Nations Women's Conference about feminism when she was only 13 years old.
My 9-year-old brother has been called a girl for being in touch with his emotions. And my 11-year-old sister has been taught by the media that her body is an object, will be compared to other bodies, and that it holds more significance than her mind or talent. This should not be the first thing she learns. This should not be her first social experience. Everyone here either has a child or knows one, and because you are present here today, I am certain that none of you want any child to grow up in a world where there are limitations solely based on one's gender.
When I was 13, I was stressed out about vocab quizzes, so the fact that Rowan could speak in front of the nation's leaders just shows her bravery and how she uses her voice to speak out about gender equality. One of the main ways Rowan has an impact is through social media, by getting her thoughts out about gender equality by posting things like this, or this, or this, she's able to encourage young girls and boys to use their voice. Having a young role model like Rowan in the mainstream media is important for educating this generation. I know I've learned things from her that I haven't learned from other places. Even the show she was on, Girl Meets World, has explored topics like gender equality, which is important in educating younger kids who still watch Disney. Not me, definitely not me.
Something's wrong here.
What's wrong here is that you're a sexist pig.
Why would you say that, Mamacita?
You really think I couldn't do the science because I'm a girl?
Riley, Marie Curie was one of the finest scientific minds who ever lived. Science needs the best minds it can get. What do I care what body it's in?
Rowan is different than all feminists in how she acknowledges the term white feminism. This term is about how common feminism sometimes excludes women of color, non-cis, and queer women. In an essay she wrote about intersectional feminism, she states, "The way a black woman experiences sexism and inequality is different from the way a white woman experiences sexism and inequality. Likewise with trans women and Hispanic women. While white women are making 78 cents to the dollar, Native American women are making 65 cents, black women are making 64 cents, and Hispanic women are making 54 cents. Her ability of not being afraid to speak out and start conversations about things like equality is one of the things that makes her so inspiring. The global goal of gender equality is all about achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls, something Rowan clearly emulates in her activism. Through social media and Disney Channel, she empowers young girls and boys. After all, gender equality is all about the equality of both of the sexes, counting sexism towards men. And she works with the organization He for She, which is all about getting men involved in the gender equality movement.
Earlier this year, I worked with Team He for She through social media, and it will please you to know that there's been an overwhelming positive response from children and adults.
Her activism has drawn the attention of other feminists like Emma Watson, who was the founder for He for She. In 2015, Rowan was awarded the Feminist of the Year award, so I'd say that's a pretty good representation of how she's contributing to gender equality. Rowan has impacted this generation by spreading equality in a positive light. She not only spreads her thoughts on feminism, but also the LGBTQ+ community, the Black Lives Matter movement, and mental health awareness. She's not only a role model to kids, but also to adults. One news reporter wrote this: Rowan has educated so many people about equality, whether it be from her tweets or her talk at the UN Women's Conference. I feel like I'm becoming a better person from really paying attention to the issues and figuring out what I believe in. Today you can see her effects as kids who follow her grow up and start to speak out for what they believe in.
I think what motivates me to share stuff is to sort of feel like I'm unifying or bringing people together.
She also spoke at the Women's March LA, an event that drew in many young people that will help fight for our government later in life.
We didn't want to sit and grow complacent in our own singular pain. We wanted to turn that pain into something stronger, something more malleable, which we realized could only be done in numbers.
Rowan is and will continue to influence kids who in the future will grow up to keep this movement for change going.
The people I'm most concerned about right now are teenagers, and young people. I truly believe that we have the most passionate, interesting voices.
Rowan may not be doing anything too crazy to change the world, but she'll definitely leave an impact on this generation.